Radical Radio Collective.
4ZZZ. Good afternoon, listeners. You're tuned into 4ZZZ 102.1 FM. This is Eco Radio, Australia's longest running peace and environment radio show, maybe. And we are taking over your middle of the day, middle of the week, end-ish of the month airwaves. My name is Dave. My pronouns are he, him. And I want to start off by acknowledging and paying my respects to the custodians on the country in which we broadcast. We're located in the city Mungin, or Mianjin, on Turrbal Yoga Yugambal land. I also want to acknowledge and pay my respects to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people who are listening in today. Our radio waves reach Cubby Cubby and Yinnabarra country in the north, Waka Waka country in the west. In the east, we pay our respects to the Quandong people, and down south, we reach the Commonwealth, Nagaragwal, Munjali, Wanjerabara, Yugambeh and Bunjalung countries. There is no Crown land. Today on the program, first off, I want to thank No Idea for all the fantastic ideas. I love me a good fish drug story. Birds giving each other false alarms to steal their food. And toads just getting jacked in different countries, I think, is an unfortunate but interesting story. Well, today on the program, I'm going to be talking to Luke Cornish, or Elk, he goes by. He's an award-winning artist, and his prize-winning entry into the Gallipoli Art Prize depicts the destruction of a Commonwealth cemetery in Gaza, where the graves of Australian soldiers are desecrated. And he won the Gallipoli Art Prize for this artwork, and we're going to talk to him a bit about the cemetery over in Gaza. I'm also going to talk to Audrey Barucchi. She is the co-founder and CEO of People for Nature. We're going to be talking about an upcoming event at the Food Connect shed called Seeds of Hope. It's a community get-together happening this Sunday, April the 26th, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So that's going to be a big shout-out. I want to find out what's happening at that get-together. And that's what we've got planned for today. Let's go into a song. This one was requested by Luke Cornish, my first guest. It's by Brian Chatton, and it's called Fair Lies. You're listening to 4ZZZ. This is Eco Radio.
For your dose of news, current affairs, and analysis, tune in to 4ZZZ 102.1 FM, 12 to 1 p.m. daily. Only Human, Eco Radio, Paradigm Shift, Megahertz, and Brisbane Line, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday. 4ZZZ 102.1 FM, People-Powered Radio.
You are on 4ZZZ. This is Eco Radio. My name is Dave, and we just heard from Brian Chatton with Fair Lies. That was a request by my current guest, Luke Cornish. Luke, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Dave. Good to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're a highly prized artist. You're a 4 times Archibald Award finalist, 2-time Gallipoli Award winner. Honestly, it's too many awards, artistic awards to mention, but I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Thanks, mate. It sounds good when you say it.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about the Gallipoli Prize-winning artwork, which depicts the destruction of a Commonwealth cemetery in Gaza, where the graves of Australian soldiers from the First World War have been desecrated. Can you tell us about the work that's titled No Rest, the Vandalisation of Deir al-Balah?
Yeah, so it's a stencil piece, sort of, my background is a stencil artist, kind of street art, graffiti kind of vibe, and it's got this dripping black paint, which kind of alludes to vandalism it's kind of ironic because I get pigeonholed as a vandal, but, actually destroying the graves of Light Horse Brigade soldiers, that's vandalism. That's just mindless destruction. But it's painted on this surface. It's a rendered acrylic surface to give the illusion of sandstone, which is the material these war graves are made out of. My great uncle Alfred Cook is buried in that cemetery, so there's a family connection. There's a personal connection to the story.
Yeah. Do you know if your great uncle, if his grave was destroyed?
I'm not sure. It's Israel doesn't let anyone in to report or assess the damage on these things. It just said doesn't let anyone in.
Yeah, it was only in February that the Department of Veteran Affairs actually confirmed that this destruction had happened. When did you first hear about the destruction, the potential destruction of your great uncle's grave?
I think it was around that time I'd heard about it, but it was kind of widely underreported in the media. It's like I don't think it was as big a story as it should have been. But like I said, there's no way of knowing what damage has been done, but it has definitely been bulldozed.
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen the pictures and video footage. Can you describe to us what the destruction is like?
Apparently it's pretty extensive. They sort of say that there's terrorists hiding under the graves, but I don't think there is. I don't think that's where terrorists generally hide.
Is that Israel's reason?
Yeah.
Right.
There's people hiding underneath it, which is pretty farcical.
Yeah, I know that when Prime Minister Isaac Herzog was in Australia, our Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, was asked to question him about that.
Did he do it?
Yes, he did. Isaac Herzog's response was that they will investigate what happened, but it's been months and nothing has happened.
I don't know. I think when you get someone offers to investigate themselves, it's a pretty hollow offer.
Yeah, that's a good point. Your artwork is giving this story a new life. Was that the intended purpose? Yeah,
it was about to raise the conversation and to hold power to account. It's hopefully bring it to a wider audience. I don't know. I feel quite strongly about it. Having done my family history pretty extensively over the last couple of years. My great grandfather was in Gallipoli, or at Gallipoli. Great uncle was in the Light Horse Brigade. It gives me a sense of pride in my ancestors and the lives they lived. But Alfred was only 21 when he died in Gaza. So it's just such a monumental sacrifice. The least I can do is stand up for him, stand up for his grave.
Yeah, I mean,
does that make sense?
We've got Anzac Day coming up on Saturday. It's a pretty poignant point to make, considering there's still destruction going on in Gaza.
It's a genocide for sure. They might say that it's not, but the people that determine what genocide is say that it's a genocide. So,
you're a highly awarded artist. I said 4 times Archibald Award finalist.
Yeah.
What do you think it means when artists are being thrown out of festivals and charged with spraying banned lyrics on a wall and other things? But on the other hand, your amplification of the destruction in Gaza is winning awards. What do you think that means?
Well, funny story. well, not funny, but I painted a mural of Zombie Frankham memorial. She was a young aid worker that was killed in Gaza, a young Australian aid worker. I painted this in Braidwood, New South Wales, a small country town where she'd had a connection to the community.
Mm-hmm.
And it was done illegally at 2 o'clock in the morning on the side of a heritage-listed building, this big portrait mural. And, you know, I gave it maybe 2 days before they painted over it. But council has just voted to have the mural listed as a public asset. So it's there. Not only is it there forever, I've got to write a maintenance plan for this mural for long after I'm dead. It's going to be there forever. So I put a lot of thought into the piece. Like, it's, you know, the colours are complementary to the building, and, you know, it's quite subtle, and it's a beautiful piece, but it was done for the right reasons, and it came from a place of love and respect, and to keep her memory alive. So, you know, I'm not attacking anyone. I'm just saying this is something that's happened. This is something we need to talk about.
Yeah. Do you have any plans to come to Queensland and do some slogan stencils?
I was actually going to come up with Scotty Marsh, but had a fair bit on. To be honest, that's not really my fight. There's plenty of street artists in Brisbane that can be on some anti-river to the sea stuff. So what's the go? You just say from the river to the sea and you can get locked up.
Pretty much. It is up to police discretion who can be arrested for saying those two banned slogans.
I assume I'm not allowed to swear on the radio.
Well, I mean, you can do whatever you want, I guess.
It's just fucking insanity, isn't it? Like, how can you ban words? We're just sort of devolving into this Orwellian police state where words and thoughts are illegal.
I was talking to a friend of mine, and before the slogan banning, hate speech was the way that hate speech was charged or policed was that someone was offended by what you said. They went to the court to get you arrested. You got arrested, and then the court would decide on whether it was hate speech or not. But this is outright banning of words.
Well, that's how they use that law, to lock up anyone they don't agree with, or anyone that doesn't agree with them. It's funny you should mention that. I probably shouldn't say this because I'm going to... no one with the best years of their career ahead of them would speak out about the Gathering of New South Wales, but the email that goes out to finalists in the Archibald Prize has got a whole new paragraph saying their views outside of this competition should not go against the New South Wales anti-hate speech laws.
Right.
So basically, anyone that's remotely political is screwed.
Yeah, right. That seems to be in direct opposition of what an artist is, right?
That's exactly right. It's going to be a very weak competition this year, and I'll probably never get invited back. I certainly didn't get invited this year, but, you know, I'm not impressed about that.
No.
You're not allowed to... All artists are really saying is, hey, don't kill kids. Stop bombing families and schools and hospitals. It's not cool. But, you know, we're getting chastised for that. We're getting penalised for that.
Yeah, you were also the co-founder of the For Syria's Children charity organisation, right?
Yeah, I went to Syria a few times over the height of the conflict, and I worked with a children's charity over there. I had a big fundraiser in Melbourne to raise money for them. Just something nice to do.
Yeah. So, I guess you're well aware of, you know, the destruction that war has on children.
Yeah. It's, it's devastating. And we're just fed these lies that these people, these Lebanese, these Iranian people are othered and they're our enemy. It's like, these people are my fucking brothers. You're not going to convince me they're not through bullshit propaganda. We're all the same. We're all just trying to live our lives in peace.
Yeah.
So, you know, and it's much like the painting that I made. It's about standing up for people who can't stand up for themselves.
Yeah, well, this has been a fantastic talk, Luke. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Thanks, mate. It was nice to meet you last week too.
Yeah, that was really nice. I thought your artwork. I was actually I was surprised that it wasn't sandstone. I really thought that you'd hung sandstone up on the wall.
That's what I was going for. The illusion of stone.
Yeah, well, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, Luke.
No worries. All the best.
All the best. Let's go to a song now. This is Rhys O'Neill with Road to Damascus. We were just talking to Luke Cornish, 4 times Archibald Award finalist, 2 times Gallipoli Award winner, about his work that depicts the destruction of Australian soldiers' graves in Gaza. Let's go to a song now. You're listening to 4ZZZ. This is Eco Radio.
4ZZZ is hard to label, and so is our diverse community. This April Atonement, we cast wide for our prize pool, because when you subscribe or renew your subscription in April, we like to give back to you. A huge thanks to our sponsors: Stork Furniture, Oasis River Cruises, BrizVest, Black Box Studios, Thrill House Tattoo, Rocking Horse Records, the Buttery Music School, Outside the Box, and Down Shoes. Go to 4ZZZ.org.au and check if you're subscribed.
That's right, it is April Atonement. Atone for your sins, the sin of not being a subscriber to 4ZZZ. If there was ever a deadly sin, a mortal sin, that would be it. But if you do like what we do here at 4ZZZ in general, or particularly like what we do on Eco Radio, you can sign up and become a subscriber, get a yearly subscription for as little as $25 if you're under 18 or somebody's pet. Concession is $40. A full subscription is $80. And a passionate subscription is $140, and that gets you a tote and a t-shirt and some cool stickers. The others get you a card, and that card can be used all around the town for discounts and just to show off, if you like showing off cards. But yeah, it does get you subscription discount outlets. I know that at Reverse Garbage Queensland, where I volunteer, you can get 10% off your knickknacks and paddywhacks that you can pick up there. I'm not going to list everything they've got because there isn't enough time in the world to do so. But if you have any projects happening, or little art things that you want to make, that's your one-stop shop for sure. And if you go to the counter and tell the lovely staff there that Dave sent you, they might give you a crisp high five. That's Reverse Garbage Queensland, one of 4ZZZ's lovely sub-discount outlets. But you can become part of the 4ZZZ family by subscribing this April Atonement and going in the running to win a heap of prizes. Thrill House Tattoo, which last weekend did a fundraiser for Kanaki sovereignty. You can go to Rocking Horse Records. There's Down Shoes gifts to be won. And a non-sub just texted in, are subscriptions tax deductible? They are absolutely tax deductible. There's a phrase for it, a DGR or something, I can't remember. But if this non-sub would like to become a sub, you can go to 4ZZZ.org.au/support and going the running to win a whole bunch of prizes for April Atonement. So if that's your thing, please do. I know everyone is in dire straits at the moment for cash, but a little can go a long way with community, and we are a community hub for community by community, we'd appreciate your support. The same non-sub actually texted in and asked, Australian soldiers have been buried in Gaza? ? So there's a famous charge of the Light Horse Brigade that happened in 1917 during the First World War. And it was a part of the Sinai-Palestine campaign, which the Ottoman Empire, who we also charged against in Gallipoli, they held Palestine at the time. And the charge the famous charge happened in Beersheba, which is, it's currently Israel, but borders are always changing in Palestine, unfortunately. It was Palestine at the time. It continued all through Palestine. The Light Horse charge is famous because nobody was able to take Beersheba with any conventional means, and the Australian Light Horse Brigade, which was running really dry, made a last-ditch effort to take the water wells in Beersheba because their horses were to the point of dying anyways. And so they, made a last-ditch effort to take Beersheba, and the people that did that, the people that died, the soldiers that died, were buried in later cemeteries. The one that is being destroyed currently in Palestine, in Gaza, is in the north of Gaza. It's in a suburb called Tufa, it's currently 150 graves have been vandalised there of Australian soldiers. So let's go back into music, actually. This is the Haystack Mountain Hermits, a local band, and this is their song about war horses. This is The Horses Stay Behind, One Last Ride. You're listening to 4ZZZ. This is Eco Radio.
Paradigm Shift's podcast is available online and via your favourite podcasting app, challenging the assumptions of our current society to investigate alternative ways of living for a world based on justice, solidarity and sustainability. Tune in to the Paradigm Shift podcast. Just search The Paradigm Shift, 4ZZZ.
Celestica texted in, heartbreaking, I'm in tears. Absolutely. It's such a difficult subject, a difficult time of year. I myself served in the Navy for 5 years, and it can be a difficult time for a lot of people. Celestica also texted in and mentioned that the subscriptions to 4ZZZ are not tax deductible, but the donations are. Very good. Thank you very much, Celestica, for picking me up on that. I appreciate it. But right now, I am talking to Audrey Barucchi from Friends of the Earth. Audrey is the CEO and co-founder, and they are having a community get-together called Seeds of Hope. Audrey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us today.
No worries. It's nice to be back on air.
Yeah. Can you tell me what's happening with the Seeds of Hope community get-together at the Food Connect shed?
Yeah, absolutely. Just a bit of rectification. I'm actually the CEO of an environmental charity called People for Nature. We're quite new.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Grassroots.
Sorry, that's my fault. I was just running off the top of my head. It's people for nature, not friends of the earth.
Yes, all very good friends anyway. And so this year we've decided to join forces with two wonderful organisations that are quite active in and around Brisbane. So Food Sheds Connect and our friends from Climate Crew. And so we know that our community is growing. We know there's a lot of people either like-minded that want to meet, gather, mingle, share ideas, get help from each other. And we also know there's a lot of new people in our community in and around Brisbane. So we joined forces and we've organised a very casual and fun get-together. So that will happen at the shed, that food shed in Salisbury. It'll be on Sunday afternoon from 2 p.m. You can find tickets through Humanitics, Seeds of Hope. You'll find the event easily. And, we'll be together for a few hours. There'll be drinks and food and singing, music. There's also going to be an opportunity for people to share what they're doing or maybe, ask for help from the community on different projects they're working on.
Okay, so do you have any speakers or presentations lined up that we can be looking forward to?
Yes and no. We want this to be very much a community-powered event. So there will be a microphone, and we will share the microphone with many people in the room. We're expecting about 100 people, and we know that there's many people working on different things. There'll be a lot of grassroots organizations there. So we're keen to share that microphone around and let people share whatever they want to share for 2 minutes, so that we can network afterwards and connect with each other and forge interesting alliances.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be a fantastic way to get to know your community. And Food Connect is a fantastic place to be doing it.
Yes, we're super happy to be hosted by Food Connect. We're very, very grateful. They're looking after drinks and food for everyone on the day. So, there'll be lots of ways to learn about Food Connect and what they're doing, their model, and the wonderful people around that community as well.
So, apart from the get-together, what is People for Nature got on the cards for this year?
So People for Nature runs lots of different educational workshops in the community. We run workshops to educate people on planetary boundaries, so climate science, biodiversity, and circular economy. But we also believe in citizen-powered change. In other words, in all the actions that we can take as individuals, as citizens, to see the transition that we want to see. And I think in these very difficult times, 2026 promises to be quite an interesting and difficult year for all. I think building community resilience and individual actions are going to matter more than ever. So that's what we do at People for Nature. We have 120 ambassadors across 5 states, so we're very active in Brisbane, but not just Brisbane. And we use those ambassadors as a way to spread our programs across the population.
Yeah, that's awesome. So can you tell the listeners one last time when they can come and get together with you?
Yes, so that will be this Sunday at the Food Shed in Salisbury, Brisbane, from 2 p.m. You can find the event on Humanitics. Just search for Seeds of Hope Brisbane, and just come and join us, even if it's for 5 minutes. The event is free, so come and say good day and see what we can do together.
Yeah, and we will post those links on our show notes as well. Thank you very much, Audrey, for having a quick chat with us.
Cheers. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for listening to me.
Oh, absolutely. You're listening to 4ZZZ Eco Radio. And that's all I've got time for. We like to wrap up the show with a collection of environment and peace activities that you can get involved with this week. It's a little thing I like to call the Bushcare Roundup, and it goes a little something like this.
It's a Bushcare Roundup. They've been pulling out weeds, and then they put in trees. It's a Bushcare Roundup.
This Bushcare Roundup is brought to you by a subscriber. We got a subscription from Sandra in Kingaroy. Thank you very much, Sandra. This Bushcare Roundup is for you. Friday the 24th at 3 p.m. you can go to the Growing Forward, Kurilpa Commons, Working Bee and Potluck. Yum. At Saturday the 25th at 9 o'clock you can go to the Gertrude Petty Place, Bushcare Working Bee. That's 26 Mount Gravatt Outlook Drive. At 2 o'clock you can go to the Barrambin, the People's Park. This is by the Ibisa Organising Collective. There's a bunch of different things happening in Victoria Park on Saturday. So please get involved. It's our park, not AFL corporations. Then at 2 o'clock you can go to the Come When You Can Bushcare Working Bee. That's Quandong Street in Ashgrove. On Sunday the 26th you can go to the Urala Street Community Garden Working Bee at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock as well you can go to the Ocean Crusaders Logan River Mouth Cleanup. That's a fantastic organisation, Ocean Crusaders. At 8:30 you can go to the Burley Knoll Conservation Park Bushcare. At 9 o'clock you can go to the DCP Green Slopes Bushcare Working Bee. That's in Green Slopes. And as we were talking just before, you can go to the People for Nature Seeds of Hope community get together at 2 p.m. On Sunday. That's it. Let's go out with a song, Elk Lily. You've been listening to 4ZZZ. This has been Eco Radio. I've been Dave, and this song is called Sandman, to send you all to sleep for a little while. I really appreciate everyone who listened in today, and I appreciate our guests for coming on, Audrey Barucchi from People for Nature and Luke Cornish, an award-winning artist that has depicted the desecration, destruction of an Australian War Memorial Cemetery in Gaza by the IDF. You're listening to 4ZZZ. This has been Eco Radio.
4ZZZ. Eco Radio. Radical Radio Collective.
4ZZZ.